Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my final team selection for Blank Gameweek 26 and the transfers I'm thinking of making as well. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment what transfers are you thinking of making, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, just going to go over a quick recap of how we finished double game week 25, got over 100 points, a huge green arrow. We are now 7,498 in the world, so this is the highest I've been this season. Obviously I'm not going to be taking any hits or anything this week, I don't think, so I don't have to worry about losing any points. But yeah, overall a solid week. Martinez getting 3 points, Ake getting 2. I was really sad to see that he got benched, but to be fair, I feel like I'm going to need him more in this Bournemouth game, just because obviously it's a blank game week and I don't really have enough kind of players to rely on. Obviously it was unfortunate because they did keep a clean sheet, but at the end of the day, you know, it's one of those things. Hopefully he does play against Bournemouth. Gabriel obviously picking up 6 points. Virgil van Dijk being a massive hero, getting, I think it was 2 bonus and obviously the goal. It could have been so much more for him though. He hit the crossbar in the last minute in the Brentford game. They only conceded 1 goal in the Brentford game as well. So if that both went my way, I would have got 10 points from that. Probably, no, 12 points from that. Yeah, no, 10 points from that with probably some bonus. So probably would have been about 12 points. And then obviously he scored in this week. And then as well as that, if he didn't concede against Luton, would have got even more points. So he could have got like so many points, like near enough 30 points if it just couple of things just went a little bit different. But obviously that is FPL at the end of the day. Still very happy with the 10 points though, because he's not highly owned. You know, a lot of people didn't have Liverpool defense, they went for Liverpool attackers, and then the Liverpool defenders they did own were probably like Bradley and stuff, and obviously he didn't get anything. So really nice 10 point from Virgil van Dijk, and did get me over 100 points. When that first Luton goal went in, I was like, oh, we're not hitting 100 points. But yeah, luckily he did score that bullet header, so very happy about that. Jota obviously picking up the 4 points, didn't play the next game. He is going to make my transfer this week because he's just out now for a while. Foden with 5 points, didn't get anything over the 2 games, but still finished on 5 points, obviously, which is the beauty of a double game week. You know, even if they blank in both, it does seem like he did get an assist or something. Palmer picking up 2 points, Saka picking up 15 points, Solanke with 12, Haaland did get a goal, so he finished on 30 points. Obviously, he did score again, but it was ruled out for offside, otherwise it would have been a lot better, but I mean, 10 points in a double game week where he's putting up like an XG of like 2 points something. You know, they're both home fixtures. I know that he's just come back from an injury, but like I say, if you were going to say that he was going to have that XG in 2 home fixtures, he was going to play 180 minutes, you'd be triple captain him every single time. So yeah, 30 points, at least he got a return, but at the same time, it could have been so much better. And then obviously Watkins with the 13 points. And then on the bench, Turner with 0, Douglas Luiz with 2, Estepinian with 1, and then Porro with 0. So 102 points, game week rank of 214,000, and we are up to 7,498th in the world. My best rank so far, pushing for a top 5k finish would be insane. But I don't know, maybe if we keep going, you know, you never know what's going to happen. The sky's the limit, but very happy with the rank right now. We do have a blank game week coming up though, and I think I am going to go against what everybody else is doing. But let's see what my team is shaping up for this next game week. So obviously we've got Martinez in goal, who's got Forest at home. So I'm very happy with that. As a Forest fan, I obviously want us to win that fixture. But if Martinez can save a penalty or something and Forest still win, then that is absolutely perfect. If we can win 3-2, but Martinez saves a penalty and then like Douglas Luiz and Watkins gets a goal, then that would be absolutely perfect. But yeah, Martinez in goal at home to Forest. It's a good fixture regardless. I mean, they are really good at home, so we'll see what happens there. Ake, who's got Bournemouth away, so this is a little bit of an issue. He did get benched in the last fixture, which was his first benching for a very long time. You know, he'd played every fixture from game week 16 to game week 25. And then obviously gets benched, you know, the week I bring him in. So I hope that he plays the Bournemouth game. Hopefully he does. With Vardiol still out, like, there's still a really good chance that he does play. And the fact that he did get benched in the last fixture just gives me a little bit more hope that he doesn't get benched in the fixture against Bournemouth. I mean, it's not even the best fixture ever because I've got Solanke playing anyway, but we kind of need all the points coming from everywhere because it's just such a blank, well, it's a blank game week, but a blank game week where a lot of big teams are not playing. So yeah, Ake, who's got Bournemouth away, Gabriel, who's got Newcastle at home. Yeah, quite confident about this, to be fair. Newcastle do not look very good at the moment, and Arsenal just keep the ball out the back of the net very well. Obviously, the Porto game was a little bit of a blip, but at the same time, in the Prem, you know, they are probably the best defense in the league. I think they are now. And then we've also got Estepinian, who's got Everton at home. Did also get benched, but I think there's something going on behind the scenes there. In a perfect world, all 3 of my defenders play, but as of right now, I'm only confident on Gabriel playing. Estepinian, if he doesn't play, he probably will come off on the he probably will come off the bench. And to be fair, every point is like vital this week. But I don't think there's really much point of taking a hit for him, because I don't think there's really any teams keeping clean sheets this week. You know, I think Brighton have a good chance of it, but I'm not going to really get rid of Estepinian for another Brighton defender when Estepinian does have a chance to play. It just seems completely pointless. So yeah, apart from that, like, you know, I've got out of my goalkeeper and my defenders, I've probably got players from the teams that are most likely to keep a clean sheet this week regardless. So there's not really much wiggle room. I just have to hope that both Ake and Estepinian play. Luckily, Estepinian plays, you know, like the first kind of kickoff. I think there's no like 12:30 game. I think they're all 3 o'clock. So hopefully we do get some leaks. If it is confirmed that he's not playing, then maybe we revisit it, and I might get rid of him for like Regulon and just play like 10 this week. But at the same time, I'd much rather bring in like attackers, because I just don't think that the defenders are keeping a clean sheet this week. I just don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, that's the back line and that's the goalkeeper. In midfield, we've got Douglas Luiz, who's got Forest home, another good fixture on penalties. So yeah, quite happy that I've got him already, because a lot of people are jumping on him already now for obviously Blank Gameweek 29 and stuff. So I've just kind of like already sorted that transfer out. And I got him ages ago for like a -1 or something with like how it went that week. So yeah, not bad at all. Foden, who's got Bournemouth away. Another player that could potentially get benched. Again, it's very worrying with the City players. I'm not expecting a miracle this week. I'm expecting a red arrow for sure. So I think I'll be out of the top 10k this week. I just have to hope that the players that do potentially get benched from my team, you know, do come off the bench and do something. But you know, Foden hasn't really missed a minute. I mean, obviously De Bruyne did miss out, and it was because of like a hamstring injury or something like that. So he may not even be playing. And I feel like if De Bruyne doesn't play, then Foden should. But again, we'll see what happens there. Obviously, Palmer's not playing. And then Saka, who's got Newcastle at home. So yeah, really nice fixture for Saka as well, especially at home. And they'll want a response as well after that Porto game. And, you know, a Newcastle, beating Newcastle comfortably would obviously be a very good thing for them to do that. A nice confidence booster. And then up top, we've got Solanke, who's got City at home. Another player that a lot of people are bringing in this week as well. So, like I said, I feel like I'm a little bit up on the transfers, which is a very nice position to be in for once. But yeah, I mean, maybe he gets something. It is at home. It's one of those things. In an ideal world, it's not going to happen. You know, like Solanke scores and Ake doesn't start, and then Ake comes on like the 25th minute, and then it like finishes 1-1 or something. That would be perfect. But yeah, very, very unlikely to happen. But yeah, Solanke, obviously. Haaland, who is my current captaincy. I don't really know who else I would go with. Maybe Saka or Watkins, but you know, I think Haaland, I mean, maybe even Watkins might be a really good shout this week. It's just in the reverse fixture. They did obviously lose 2-0 to Forest, so I don't know. We'll see what happens there. And then yeah, my last option is Watkins. So that's how the team is looking. Let's move on to transfers for Blank Game Week 26, and I've got 1.6 mil in the bank. There are players that I do want to bring in, you know, after this week, and it's probably gonna be Spurs players, to be fair. And it might be Foden that makes way as well. So I'll be getting rid of Jota for this week, I think. Like, if we get early news, like I say, that like Estepinian's not starting or whatever, then I will obviously have to kind of rethink it. But the only other option I can really bring in is Regulon, because obviously he's a player that plays this week, plays in 29, and he's a player that I'll want in 29 regardless. It's just, from now, he's just not got the best fixtures. But at the same time, I'm not going to be playing Estepinian regardless anyway. And I think hopefully Porro should be back soon as well, because I think there was like someone tweeted at him, or someone like posted on his Instagram saying like, when are you back? I don't know whether he'd take you out of my FPL team. And then he replied saying like, don't take me out. So he should hopefully be back soon. So yeah, hopefully he's back for the Palace game, and I don't have to worry about that, because I don't really have many good defenders at the moment. Like, it's just a lot of headaches and stuff like that. Like, obviously in 27, I'm going to be playing Gabriel. I'm going to be playing Virgil van Dijk. And then my third defender, really, hopefully, is going to be Porro. I mean, I could even play Ake, but just the fact that he might get benched, I just don't really want to go down that route. So yeah, if I bring in Regulon, like, I'm not going to be playing him against Chelsea, because I'll have Palmer back then anyway. So for me, it doesn't really make sense. Like, I'm not going to be playing Estepinian anyway. Like, he'll go eventually for a Blank Game Week 29 player. Like, he'll probably go for Regulon eventually anyway, or Ake will, and you know, I'll just, you know, do with that what we will. But yeah, it's not likely that I'll keep any of these three players here, like Virgil van Dijk, Estepinian or Ake, they'll like all probably go. So I think it'll be a midfield. Like I say, because I'm kind of committing, like, I know a lot of people are going to say, like, why am I doing it? Like, going against free hit 29 and stuff like that. But, like, I don't know, I'm just kind of playing my own game. I want to bench boost in 34. I want a free hit in 37. Because if I can wildcard, because I'm going to dead end my team into 29. And then, obviously, wildcard in 30. We should know the doubles by then for 34. I think it's an international break as well, so it'll be a nice time to wildcard regardless. And then I'll be able to set myself up for 34, bench boost in 34, and then I can free hit in 37, which is going to be another big double. And then, you know, that's just going to be how my season plays out. I just want to attack double game weeks with a free hit more. Like, it's a very suboptimal team in game week 29. Like, I'll take a red arrow if it means that I can have, like, 11 doublers in, you know, 37, which a lot of people might not have, you know? So that's just the way I'm seeing it. I just think there's a much more upside. Like, take the early red arrow for hopefully a big green arrow in the future. And I think that's just what I'm going to do. Like, game week 29, like, I've seen the best team you can possibly have as of right now. It's just terrible. Like, obviously, we may have some cup upsets, and if that's the situation, then fair play. Other players will obviously be, like, important to bring in. Like, if Man United lose to Forest and they end up playing Sheffield United at home in game week 29, everyone's going to have 3 United players. But I can bring them in anyway. Like, we're going to know the FA Cup fixtures soon, you know, and if that's the case, then I can just concentrate on bringing United players in, you know, around that time. And I don't mind taking a hit. Like, if I can field like 9 players in game week 29, I'm fine with that, you know, and then just save my free. Because, like, if I take a hit and bring in someone else and they just get 2 points, it's just pointless. Like, and I get that it's like a -2 if you're bringing in a player for someone that's not playing. I completely understand that, but at the same time, it's just not worth it in my opinion. So that's what I've just committed to. That's what I've committed to for the last, like, 5 or so weeks. It's what I've been building up to, bringing in, like, Villa players and stuff like that. And I think I'm just going to have to keep going with that. So, yeah, I think this week I'm just going to bring in Bowen, who, again, isn't exactly in form at the moment. West Ham aren't exactly in form, but they have nice fixtures up until 29, and I can just get rid of them in 30. You know, they've got Brentford, Everton, and Burnley, you know, for 26, 27, and 28. And then, obviously, you know, Villa at home, which isn't the best fixture. And, obviously, I've got Martinez as well, but at the same time, it's just having players. And I think Bowen's probably going to be one of the better options to have in 29 as well, as of right now. And obviously, if different things happen, like if United do end up doubling and stuff, then obviously I'll take a look at United players that I can bring in. Like, that starts bringing, like, Højlund into the conversation and stuff like that, which obviously everybody's going to want if he is, you know, not blanking. Also, like, Garnacho and stuff, like maybe even Bruno Fernandes. But yeah, I mean, 26, I think I'll bring in Bowen. 27, I think I'll get rid of Foden and bring in Son, because I'm going to obviously need to start stocking up on Spurs players and stuff like that. So in 27, my team will be, you know, looking something like this, where I'll play like Gabriel, Virgil van Dijk, hopefully Porro. I'll just play like a 3-4-3 or something. Like, I'll bench, you know, I'll probably, I don't know, because Douglas Luiz is going to have Luton, so it's going to be a tough fixture to bench a player for, because they're all going to have good fixtures, so that'll be a bit of a headache. But that'll be 27. Then in 28, we'll know, like, the fixtures and stuff by then for game week 29. So I mean, it'll probably be some getting brought in anyway, because he's got a really nice fixture against Palace. But yeah, he's going to get brought in, and then I think after that for 28. I mean, 28, obviously, it depends who we bring in. Like, for 28, it's going to be wanting to bring in, like, double game week players for sure. So I may have to bring in, like, Senesi for, like, Estepinian or something like that. And if that's the case, then, you know, that's the only reason I take a -4 is just to bring in, like, doublers. But, you know, and then going into 29, as long as I've got, like, 8 or 9 players, I think it'll be okay, and I'll just have to deal with it. But that's kind of, like, the situation I'm at right now. And again, I don't mind getting rid of, like, other players to bring in. You know, just the players that are playing in the blank, and then hopefully not have to play the free hit. I don't think I should have to, though. I think it'll be okay. I don't want to use a free hit just to bring in, like, 3 suboptimal players. I just don't really see the point. So, yeah, I think Bowen this week, Son next week, and then, you know, we'll see what happens with the rest of the players that are playing in Game Week 29. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. Leave a comment. What are your plans for Game Week 26? Subscribe if you're brand new. And until next time, peace.